TSUTigers.com brings you another edition of Softball Weekly. Coach, the team right now 7-11. We've haven't had an opportunity to sit down and talk for a while, with the fact that we're still dealing with the weather. You know, still wreaking havoc. In fact, Middle Tennessee canceled twice over the last week and a half, and games against Northern Kentucky getting moved. I mean, kind of talked a little bit about the fact of it's basically playing a roller coaster of, you know, we're on the field today, no we're not. We're on a game today, no we're not.
Yeah, it's been, once you said, a roller coaster, because the emotions of, hey, it's game day, and then no, it's not, and then let's try to figure out where we can play and how we can play, and everybody in the country is pretty much in the same boat right now. Everybody, I get 10, 15 emails a day of people trying to find games, people trying to move schedules around, trying to just get opportunities to play this great game.
And you know, let's take a trip back to a couple weeks ago. We went down to South Carolina. You had an opportunity to play Marshall, Charleston Southern, number 24th ranked South Alabama, 27th ranked South Carolina, down at the Carolina Classic. We went 0-4, but you know, kind of what were some of the bright spots? What were some of the best things that you found on that weekend?
Well, I mean, we had South Alabama on the ropes. I felt like if we were one hit away from contending in that game. I felt all weekend long that we played with a lot of intensity. I felt like we came out and really competed. We just had little inconsistencies at times, but you know, especially defensively and pitching wise. But I really felt offensively that we put people on base, and we just kept talking about, hey, if we continue to put people on base like that, and we can get a little bit better productivity and driving people in, then our offense is really going to take off. And then since then, it has.
So the next week, you traveled down to Birmingham, Alabama, to play in the Tiny Laster Classic, and you went 3-2 down there. A little bit different setting, playing on all turf fields, and you know, first of all, you know, playing on that type of surface, it's a little bit different. You don't get to wear the spikes; you actually have to wear turf shoes. You know, kind of talk a little bit about that experience.
Well, you know, we were not overwhelmed by that at all, because we have the experience of playing in our indoor and practicing in our indoor, and so the surface was very similar, so it didn't affect our kids at all. We knew the ball was going to be fast coming off the turf because we practice on it all the time. We felt like we had that advantage going into the tournament. We felt very confident down there, and you know, we played really tough. Lost 2 real tough one-run games, and you know, there were some contributing factors to those, but you know, the number one thing is that we just didn't defend as well as we wanted to, and that's something that we're going to continue to work on.
Now, you talked about it, the South Carolina trip, that you talked a little bit about the offense, you know, being one hit away, doing a few things to be able to do everything. You know, in Birmingham, you actually averaged 9 runs per game, and you know, kind of did you feel that? You know, what was the difference? Was it the clutch hitting? Was it just everybody kind of getting around? Did it just become contagious?
I think a couple things. One, we're getting more consistent at bats because we were starting to play them more on an everyday thing instead of once a week. So the more live pitching they see, the better they're going to be. But 2, we work the drill every day in practice, a runner on third, less than 2 outs, score, and the kids are just becoming more and more confident in their ability to do that. We also work on hitting from pole to pole through the gaps in center and left and through center and through right, so going up through the middle, we became more consistent in doing that. We drove a lot of balls. You know, even down in South Carolina, I felt like, hey, we hit the ball hard. We just hit it at people several times, and there were some fantastic plays made by some shortstops and third basemen down there. Especially, I can remember South Carolina's shortstop just making a phenomenal diving catch, and you know, so I felt like we were just right there, and we just continued to preach to them that, hey, we have to hit the ball, we have to be short to the ball, we have to be long through it, we're going to go up through the gaps, and that's where our success is going to be.
Now, we did have an opportunity to play one game at home earlier in the year against Alabama A&M, but due to the weather, you were able to bring in Northern Kentucky to play, and you guys earned a split against the Norse. You know, what were some of the feelings of getting back on the home field and playing some games and and your thoughts on the games against Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, our team absolutely loves playing here. We love the home crowd, and we're going to continue. I think this weekend to get even more people to come to the games, and we have a lot of. Around Twitter and Facebook and everything, there's a lot of excitement right now about TSU softball, and I think that as that grows and continues to go and the weather gets a little bit better, we'll see even bigger crowds, and our team is really excited about that. Northern Kentucky was a hard-fought doubleheader. I felt like we had the first game in our hands with a 4-1 lead going into the sixth, but we just had some health issues that kept us. And so we did everything we could to get through that, but it just didn't work out with our way. But I was really, really proud of our team. We really challenged them in between the first game and second game to come out and play with more passion and not worry about the people that weren't able to play, but really concentrate on the people that were on the field playing. And we fell behind early, but then we have named ourselves the comeback kids all year long. We came back again, and we were able to outperform them in the later innings and come up with a big victory.
Now, obviously, that all leads to Ohio Valley Conference play, and
Yes,
obviously the first few weeks have gone by fast, but even more so because of the weather. So now it's Tennessee Tech opening it up. You get to play them on your home field. What do you expect from Ohio Valley Conference play?
Well, we know Tennessee Tech really well. We know that they're a good ball club. We know that they have very good starting pitching. We know that they have a lot of power. They have 19 home runs on the year already. So we're going to have to contain that, and we feel like our 220-foot fences might do something to help that. But we're also going to have to pitch carefully and really work our scouting report and really. Get ahead of hitters and not get behind, and that's been an Achilles heel so far, so that's something that we're really looking to improve on.
I know this is kind of like beating a dead horse, but you look at the forecast, and Friday looks very scary rain-wise. Even Saturday, same thing. How do you keep that mentality of the team of saying you've got to be ready to play no matter what, but then everybody knows the rain's coming and you get pushed back, and it's a very important series being the first one.
It is. Luckily, we have really upgraded our facilities. We have great. We've done a lot of work on the field. We have graded the field. We have put in new outfield warning track stuff. We have been able to purchase a new tarp. So all of those things will be able to help in keeping the rain away. And so once we get a little break in the weather, we'll be able to take that off. Coach Dana and Jake and the field crew have done a phenomenal job all year long of getting the field ready. So our team will be itching at the bit, ready to go. So I have no worries about us being ready. We just have to get a break in the weather, and we'll do everything we can on Saturday and Sunday. But as we have seen this week, and from this beautiful day today, which was supposed to be 100% chance rain, it's not consistent, so we don't really know what we'll get, and so we're planning on playing full out.
All right, well, thank you very much, and Coach, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.